everyone. Welcome to Bench. We are the Tobar Brothers, episode number 55. Joey here, joined by my brother, Angel. What's up, bro?
What's up?
Happy Monday.
Happy Monday.
November 20th, 2023. Hope you had a great weekend. Hope you're in the full swing of the holiday spirit.
It is here.
Hope you got some pumpkins by your door. And I hope you have the Christmas decorations up.
Yeah,
I don't know how you feel about that.
If they're up, if they're not up by now, you're missing out.
It's November 20th.
It's cold outside.
Yeah.
Okay, like it's time.
We're in some hoodies.
Yeah,
it's cold in here.
It's cold in here. It's cold everywhere.
Happy holidays to everyone, and hope you had a great week, and we do mean that. And hope you enjoyed a good slate of football.
There was some good football on. Good football.
Yeah, this weekend was obviously, I say this every week, but this weekend was a ton of fun. Just storylines like crazy. Unfortunately, more effing injuries.
Yeah, it's getting to a point where it's starting like you kind of every Sunday like, please no one get hurt this week.
Yeah.
Or majorly hurt. You know, like
we'll get into that. Also some huge wins and some huge losses. It was just a solid week. We'll get into it.
Talking about Denver last night.
I'm talking about Denver.
Okay, cool. That's one.
I'm talking about Denver. I'm talking about the Bills, Jets.
Those Jets. That was a fun one.
Big game. We'll get into all that and more. Also, we'll get into the latest news. A lot going on around the NFL that wasn't on the field, and then a little ball don't lie.
Yeah.
It's our segment where we react to the week's slate of games and kind of what we saw on the field and kind of say it like it is.
Yeah, I love that segment.
Yep. And then we'll finish with what I'm most excited about today, to be honest. It's a Monday night preview.
Probably the best Monday night game of the year.
I'm wearing my Eagles hat.
Yeah, and Eagles hoodie.
Eagles hoodie.
We have about 6 Eagles things in the
Jason
studio.
up there, yep.
Yeah.
I got the holiday record. If you don't have one of those, go buy one. They're awesome.
The Eagle one with, who's on there again?
The offensive line.
Kelsey, Lane Johnson, and
Jordan Mailata.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm an Eagle fan today, and I know this is an NFL show, and we cover all the sports, and we try to be unbiased, but sorry about it. I'm an Eagle fan. Very excited about tonight.
Yeah.
And I hope they win. I hope the Chiefs lose. I mean, that's just what it is. But I love the Chiefs. I love Andy Reid. Met him one time at Dodger Stadium.
Love Mahomes.
Love Mahomes.
Yeah.
Don't love them getting a phone call mid-show.
Mm-hmm.
But no, a lot of good things going on today's show. If you are watching this for the first time on YouTube, thanks so much for joining us.
Hey.
Welcome.
What's up?
Welcome to Bench.
Nice to meet you.
If you are a returner, thanks for watching us again.
Hey, welcome back.
After last show.
Yeah.
Was last show crazy? Was that the last one? Where there was like a million things to cover?
No, that was last Wednesday's show.
Yeah.
Friday's show was like, I loved Friday's show. I love all the shows. It's a great time here.
Please like the video, subscribe to the channel. It's all really, really helpful. And then if you could drop a comment, man, that's helpful for the channel so we can keep getting on here and talking football with you. If you're listening on Apple, Spotify, wherever you get your podcast, thank you for that as well. And then don't forget to hop on Instagram, hop on Twitter or X, whatever you have decided to call it, whatever you have decided to
Whatever you identify it as.
Yep.
Oh, same page.
Yep. Or TikTok. And search at Bench Show, and we're putting up a bunch of stuff there, highlights, reaction, yada, 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 on all the NFL happenings. Don't forget to
happening.
Follow us on those platforms. It's episode 55.
55.
And that is a classic number that we will not skip.
No.
What you got?
There's some good ones
you
out
got?
here. Okay. Joey Porter, the original.
Yeah. Me and Joey Porter Sr.
Joey Porter Sr. Yeah. There's a good, yeah.
Because Junior's balling out.
Man, we're old. Okay. Joey Porter. Terrell Suggs. Junior Seau.
You got to say T-Sizzle. It's one of the all-time great NFL names. Yeah.
Junior Seau. R.I.P.
R.I.P.
And current active DN for the Philadelphia Eagles, Brandon Graham.
Brandon Graham, baby.
What an age of linebacker you don't see that. Those linebackers, Suggs, Porter, Seau, these big physical.
Those outside linebackers, the 260, 275.
Who led with the crown on their head.
Freak athletes, yeah.
Yeah. That different time of football where.
I have a feeling Kareem Jackson watches a compilation
of those
highlight of those three.
Yep.
Just leading with their helmet. Maybe little bit of who's the boy? TJ Ward.
Yeah, TJ Ward.
Yep.
Oh, I love TJ Ward. Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, great 55. That's a classic number. I'm sure if you have another one that we missed, I'm sure we missed one. Drop your favorite 55 in the comments. We're getting to the news because we have a lot to cover today.
Yes, let's do it.
The news is brought to you by 818 Brewing, and hope you get by there at some point and check out their tasting room. It's a lot of fun and great beer, so check them out. First bit of news I want to cover here is that for those of you wondering, are you guys going to be getting together as a family for Thanksgiving? Yes, we do. The entire Tovar family will. Second question that comes, or I assume I've never had this conversation actually, but I'm assuming it'll come.
Fictional.
Are you guys going to release a show on Friday?
I wonder.
Yes, we will.
Yeah.
We don't miss a show.
You don't miss anything.
Nope.
Even if we're dead tired and we have to do it.
Yes.
I'm just kidding.
Even if we're dead tired, Joey makes me do it.
It makes me get up and I'm tired. No,
we'll have a show. We'll release it Friday. It will be a little different. It'll be fun. We'll talk a lot of Thanksgiving stuff, and we'll talk a lot of football.
We have a little surprise too. We're
a little surprise. Got some guests.
Some
special
guests.
Yeah.
It's gonna be fun.
It's gonna be a lot of fun. Make sure you check YouTube as you're home. You'll probably be home.
Yeah. Yes.
Turn it on and have a good time with us there, celebrating Thanksgiving. Okay, into the NFL news now. Falcons head coach Arthur Smith has confirmed Desmond Ridder will start, but he has not committed to him for the rest of the year. Arthur
Smith is just another level
troll.
Like, he listens to every podcast, to every fantasy show.
Yeah.
And he just says, how can I piss everybody off?
To me, he's the guy who just doesn't want to be told what to do.
Yeah.
Like, when he goes into a restaurant and the waiter says, follow me, he says, no.
No, I'm going to go.
You follow me.
I'm going to sit by the table. I'm going to sit over here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Or if it's like, oh, we don't have that, well, go get it.
I haven't been, I'll be honest. I don't know how Taylor Heineke's doing. I guess, I know they're one game out of first place there. So,
yeah.
These are meaningful moves.
Yeah, because the Saints are leading the division with a 5-5 record, I think.
Yeah, this isn't, the Giants naming Tommy DeVito. They're going to suck anyway. They're not going anywhere anyway this year. The Falcons have a real shot to win the division, going to the playoffs. So, Desmond Ridder back in the starting. Yeah,
it's wide open. The Saints are 5-5, like I said.
Yeah.
The Falcons and Bucks are both 4-6. So
yeah, I think the Falcons have a divisional game next week, and they have a chance to jump into first place. So this is meaningful. Desmond Ridder was really bad when he was a quarterback. I'm sure all the fantasy owners who have Pitts and London and
Bijan Robinson.
Bijan doesn't matter as much about the quarterback, but you guys all just groan at the thought of Desmond Ridder being your starter again.
Yeah, he just pisses me off. But whatever. I mean, they're one game out of 500. If he thinks that's the best move, that's the best move. But I don't agree with it. I think Heineke's probably better. Is better.
Right. Next year they'll have Justin Fields as their starting quarterback and Ben Johnson as their head coach, and it won't matter.
Yeah.
Moving on.
Shouts to Falcons fans out there.
According to sources, allegedly. Okay. Talanoa Hufanga.
Yeah.
All-pro safety from the San Francisco Giants.
Yeah.
Suffered a torn ACL.
Yeah.
Will miss the rest of the 2023 season. And another one bites the dust there. One of my favorite players in the NFL.
Fun to watch in the box safety who's a playmaker for them. Obviously, that defense is great. He's a big part of the reason why they're great.
Oh, for sure.
Came out of nowhere. He's a fantastic player, and this sucks. This just sucks.
Yeah.
Because he's young, and he was ascending, so.
Yeah, a cornerstone of that defense for sure in the secondary. They'll miss him. I'm not sure who I think anyone's going to replace him is someone who hasn't played a lot because Hufanga has not really missed too much time in the last year and a half. Mm-hmm. And someone who creates turnovers. And we've talked about that before when Brian Branch went down, when different playmaking safeties went down. You can replace them like schematically with someone who's going to be where he needs to be and cover his assignment. But someone who has a special talent of causing turnovers.
Just an instinct. You can't.
Yeah, an instinctual turnover, always on their mind type thing. Yeah. That guy's hard to replace, and that's who Hufanga is. Sucks to see that. Bills safety, Taylor Rapp, really scary situation there, was stretchered off the field. We got good news today. All tests were negative, and he checked out fine, which is great news. Not sure when we'll see him back on the field.
Yeah.
But cognitively, he seemed to be fine.
Yeah. If you watched the replay of him tumbling and trying to get up and falling on the ground, it's
super scary.
Yeah, you just don't know what it is, and then you don't know how to respond. You don't know, is it like a concussion or is it like a kind of a
It was kind of a weird situation too because I believe his teammate got hurt the same play.
Yeah,
and he showed more obvious signs right away, so everyone rushed to him.
Yeah,
and then you see Taylor Rapp kind of stumbling around on the side with no one paying attention at first.
Yeah,
scary stuff.
But glad he's doing better. That's I don't want any more big injuries. Please, no more.
Also, Bill's secondary is taking some hits now.
Yeah.
Like, do want to shout out Rasul Douglas, though, ex-Eagle, Super Bowl champion Eagle, balling out with the Bills. Yeah, 2 interceptions and a fumble recovery yesterday.
He's exactly what they needed. And they kicked some ass yesterday against the Jets. So, he's fantastic for them.
And he was matching up with Garrett Wilson at times. Like, he blows my mind, man.
I saw one where Garrett Wilson cooked him.
Yes.
That was very famous.
But Zach Wilson.
And then Garrett Wilson jumped out of anger because Zach Wilson was probably
didn't even look at him.
Getting tackled by Robert Saleh again.
Hilarious.
Did you see that? When he ran out of bounds, Saleh just
yeah.
He
Saleh didn't need a twist like that.
Look, he didn't help him stop. He grabbed him and said, "I'm going to take you down, bitch." He costed me a bunch.
That was okay.
You can imagine Robert Saleh finally saying, "I finally have a reason to have him in my hands," and we're both falling to the ground.
Wow, I didn't see that coming. You really surprised me with that.
Sorry.
Expletive.
I think it's something like Zach Wilson or Robert Saleh, and the situation is like funny for both of them.
Dolphins running back Devon Chaney, I don't care anymore.
He's A-Chan.
Has re-aggravated his knee injury on Sunday against the Raiders. He will not require surgery, thank God. But they're not sure how long he'll be. They're calling him day-to-day for now.
Yeah. Short-term IR or no?
Day-to-day, so probably not.
Okay, well, good, because we all thought it was major injury, and he's a fantastic rookie running back, so hopefully he gets back healthy.
We'll see. It could be coach speak. He could be out for, re-aggravated knee injury that kept him out. That put him on IR.
Yeah.
So we'll see what that really ends up being, but they'll be out without the speedy rookie for a while. For some reason, I have Desmond Ridder on here twice. Don't need to talk about that again.
No, please don't.
Browns officially signed quarterback Joe Flacco to the practice squad. Now, we're going to talk about the Browns, but we wanted to introduce here Joe Flacco entering the 2023 season because why not?
Yeah. Is he a Hall of Famer?
No. He's a Super Bowl winner, and he should be happy with that.
Is he better than what they have now?
Oh, like right now? DTR?
He's probably better than him.
I don't know. Flacco was pretty bad when he left with the Jets.
Yeah.
You remember,
This is just, yeah. Yeah, and good for Joe Flacco and the Browns.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, the Browns already, they asked head coach Kevin Stefanski, who's going to start this week against Denver. It's going to be DTR. But he said Flacco's going to be in the room, a mentor. I'm guessing after this Broncos game, they're going to put him in right in, starting, because DTR was not very good.
Yeah. Keep an eye on that situation there. I think Flacco starts as well.
Yeah.
Also worth noting, he played his best ball in the AFC North. Knows what that's about. He is a statue as far as like mobility wise, but one of the best offensive lines.
Yeah, if you're going to be like that, at least go to a team with a good O-line.
Yeah,
very good for him.
Last thing I have here, the NFL is reviewing NFL hitman Broncos safety Kareem Jackson. God, this guy hit on Vikings quarterback Josh Dobbs on Sunday night for a potential discipline. Jackson has returned for a 2-game suspension, so a violation could trigger another suspension. Worth mentioning here, no flag was actually thrown on the play. Also worth mentioning, that's the stupidest play call I've ever seen in my life.
Okay, let's break down the Kareem Jackson, then we'll get to that. I want to talk about that for sure.
Yeah.
He's going to get suspended for the rest of the season, watch. Because he's not willing to learn. That's what, literally, it was the first play, or one of the first drive, and he streams in. It was a rollout left or whatever. It was a design run left. Comes in head first. I know it wasn't head to head, but it was crown of the helmet to his shoulder.
Yeah.
The NFL does not want you to lead with your head, Kareem. Lead with your shoulder. He's not learning. And as a Bronco fan, you see it every week. I was jumping for joy when they fumbled the ball, but also this is not what the NFL wants. He's not learning. He's an older safety who's just being a stubborn old man at this point. Old man, old in football terms, but yeah, he'll get suspended for a long time.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, can I please have your attention? I've just been handed an urgent and horrifying news story.
I'm worried.
And I need all of you to stop what you're doing and listen.
Shout out Will. I could listen to that all day.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's good news.
Okay.
It's good news here.
Thank God.
John Harbaugh just was talking about Mark Andrews, and he said, quote, the foot injury was not as bad as initially feared. After seeing an MRI and a foot specialist, there is an outside chance he is coming back at some point this season.
Oh, nice.
Big deal.
Yeah, good for you, Mark Andrews. Good for Lamar Jackson, and good for the Ravens because they need Mark Andrews.
Yeah, they could. Yeah, we won't talk about much now, but we talked about last week.
Good for
as important to any offense as any receiver is.
Very good.
Okay, Kareem Jackson. Back to him.
He's going to get...
Any chance here he's gone for the year?
There's 6 games left of the season.
Yeah.
They just suspended him for 3. He appealed it, and they got 2. I could easily see him saying, you're done for the rest of the year.
Yeah.
Because you're not learning.
Yeah, if you guys make the playoffs, come back in the playoffs. But you're done for the year.
Sorry.
It could be.
I'm not, as a Broncos fan, I'm not even surprised. Like, dude, you can't keep doing this.
Yeah.
They don't allow this in the NFL anymore.
And they're also looking into Alex Singleton on a hit that he made as well. I think, that was on Madison.
Yeah.
Madison was being held up, and the play was pretty much over.
Yeah.
And Singleton came in late and just head down straight to the face. We were talking about you put Singleton and Kareem Jackson in Oklahoma drill.
That's some football.
That's football.
That's
football.
But that's crazy football.
That's the news brought to you by 818 Brewing. Sucks about the injuries. Excited to see Mark Andrews might get back.
Yeah, that's
good times.
As for, guys got hurt this week, whatever. Light at the end of the like tunnels. Mark Andrews coming back. I love it.
Big deal. We're taking a quick break and then we're getting into Ball Don't Lie. Be right back. Okay, we are back with Ball Don't Lie, our Monday segment where we look at how it played out on Sundays, how it played on the football field, and make calls without the assistance of ESPN or anyone else telling us how to think, how we see the game. This is Ball Don't Lie. Ball Don't Lie. I definitely pushed the right button. I'll get us started here. Ball Don't Lie. The Jets benching Zach Wilson in Week 12 is too little, too late. Do you remember the JoJo song? It's just a little too late, and I can't wait. Shout out to JoJo. That's the song for the situation, because this is too little, too late. Yeah. You're in Week 12, you freaking idiot. We have been pounding the table for you to bench Zach Wilson in like Week 3.
And not just us. The entire football nation.
Yes. They announced, Rap Sheet, Ian Rappaport reporting that they're going to start Tim Boyle going forward. Zach Wilson to the bench.
That should fix it.
Zach Wilson and Nathaniel Hackett offense. Here you go. Ready? Dead last in first downs. Dead last in offensive touchdowns. I believe they scored 9 in 12 weeks.
Sweet.
Dead last in third down percentage. Second to last in points per game. Undrafted rookie quarterback Tommy DeVito, who plays for the Giants, starts with the Giants now, just started starting, has more total touchdowns than Zach Wilson, despite starting 7 less games. Wilson is in his 3rd NFL season, was the 2nd overall pick in the draft a couple years ago. So, obviously, they let this thing run out for a minute. 12 games. And the reason this sucks so hard is because we are seeing possibly the greatest in-season injury recovery / return
/ voodoo magic
we've ever seen. Aaron Rodgers was reportedly going to be in the building here soon and possibly starting mid-December. It's November 20th. That means in 3 weeks, we might see Aaron Rodgers on the football field.
I don't know how he did it or how he's doing this.
I don't know either. Like, full Illuminati, I'm not sure what's going on.
It's amazing if he does come back. But yes, sorry.
But that is the reason this sucks so bad, is because there's no what is Aaron Rodgers coming back to? What is he doing all this for? Here they are at 4-6 now, 3rd in their own division. They lost to the Bills, which even makes it worse because that's the team they're chasing, not only in their division but also for the wild card spot there. And then with the Broncos emerging, with the Bills kind of hanging in that wild card spot, there is so much competition there for that wild card spot in the AFC. They've lost 3 in a row. They've scored the last 3 games a total of, what is that? My math is terrible. 24 points in the last 3 games. 6, 12, and 6 on a 3-game losing streak, and they just have refused to bench this guy. And now finally here they are in Week 12, and it's just too little, too late.
Yeah, we can go on about the stubbornness of Robert Saleh, but this is on. Imagine if you're a defensive player and you just did this, you just lost, you're 4-6, you're about out of the playoff race. If not, you have to go on a crazy win streak with Tim Boyle, who's a career backup himself. It just sucks. It just sucks for Jets fans. It sucks for the NFL having a bad quarterback for so long and a head coach who's just strangely overcommitted to him, and finally admits, okay, I was wrong. Dude, it's Week 12 out there. I don't know if you know that.
It's too late.
You should have done this Week 4 when you had a shot when you were 500. Or
Not to mention, pivoting now, you're pivoting to much less options.
Yeah.
If you were to pivoted pre-trade deadline, go get Josh Dobbs. Go get Carson Wentz now in LA. Go get someone who's going to, even Joe Flacco, honestly.
Yeah.
Like anyone would be better here. Not a lot of confidence in Tim Boyle. He sucks.
Yeah.
That's not going to work. Maybe some confidence in Trevor Siemian. Not much there either, but Browns are winning with DTR. Like, you can win with a bad quarterback, but you can't win with a black hole at quarterback that Zach Wilson has been. And it's just, it's so frustrating for this team. What could have been? That's what this team's going to be remembered as. The 2023 Jets, man, what could have been?
Also now, if at their current record, they need to win out. Because that wild card's going to be about around 10 wins. They're currently at 4 wins. There's 6 games left. You need to win out.
Next 3 games, the Dolphins, Falcons, and Texans.
I'm not picking them.
Rough stretch. What do you got?
Okay, bottom line. No matter who's behind center, the Browns are good, can win this freaking division. Okay? They won yesterday. They're now 7-3 and only 1 game behind Baltimore. Who they have the tiebreaker? No. They split. Yeah. Let me just list you the stats for these quarterbacks for the Cleveland Browns this year.
Yeah.
P.J. Walker in 2 games, 1 touchdown, 5 picks. Deshaun Watson in 6 games, 7 touchdowns, 4 picks. DTR, Dorian Thompson-Robinson, in 2 games, 0 touchdowns, 4 picks. For a combined quarterback stats of 8 touchdowns and 13 picks. Okay? They have 3 wins with 0 passing touchdowns.
That's amazing.
Let me tell you why. Let me tell you there were so many stats for this defense. I'm just gonna list you where they're first in. Okay? What they're first in.
Yeah.
In yards allowed per game, on third down, in QBR allowed, in passing yards, and in sack rate. If you do all that, you're going to be freaking good.
Yeah.
This defense is the best in the league. This defense, they're very similar to the Jets. But unlike the Jets, they just win.
Right.
Kevin Stefanski might be the most underrated head coach in the league. Look what he's doing with terrible quarterback play.
Chubb also gone.
No Chubb. With no, left tackle. Willis didn't even play a sound. It's just, he's just phenomenal. They're 7-3, and they're only 1 game behind the Ravens at 7-3, who just lost Mark Andrews.
Right.
It's very plausible to think that the Browns can go on a streak and win this division and win home field advantage. It's incredible watching the Browns play and just knowing they're gonna win somehow. It's like, I don't know who's gonna play quarterback. Doesn't matter. They signed Joe Flacco off the couch.
Yeah.
They're gonna have Flacco go in there, 37 years old, whatever, and they might win a couple games with him too. They're just incredible to watch, and it's a fun story.
Yeah, I think it gets much harder if DTR is your quarterback. I think Flacco's the way to go here.
Yeah.
Even though that's not saying Flacco's any good. Flacco's bad too.
Yeah.
But I think DTR just looks like it's going to be an uphill battle with him. Flacco, if he can just take care of the ball, do stuff similar to what Russell Wilson's doing, this defense is the best in the league, and that's saying something this year. Because this year,
Good defense.
we have some defense. Like, in the playoffs this year, there's going to be some crazy defense.
Yeah.
Like, just you can start naming them off. But, I agree with you. This team is just making it happen. They're winning games. They're winning tough games. And they're willing this team to the playoffs here. We're down the stretch, and they're right in the thick of it. And they shouldn't be.
No, they shouldn't be. No,
They should be out of it when their MVP, Nick Chubb, went down.
And even say they were bad. Say the Jets, they're 4-6. No one would blame them. Hey, you lost Chubb. Hey, you lost Watson. Like, it is what it is. You lost your star, your best player on offense, and your
second best.
And you're second best. Yeah. Like, hey, like it's okay to throw in the towel next year. No, they're like, screw that, dude. We're trying to go for it. Like, this is an amazing story, and I wish there would be a quarterback out there who would just come on this team. Side note, they had Josh Dobbs on the roster.
Pump the brakes. That's mine.
Okay, I'm just saying. Little side, just a little asterisk. Josh Dobbs was on the roster in the preseason. That's what I'm saying.
Well, that's where we'll go next.
Yeah, there we go.
There's mine. Ball don't lie. Mm-hmm. Josh Dobbs was the best acquisition of the deadline. Chase Young be damned.
I'm agreeing with you.
It's Josh Dobbs. Yep. And listen, the first bad trade was what you're alluding to. The Browns trading away for
it was
sixth.
It was a 6th, 7th round swap and Dobbs.
Jeez, imagine. Okay, we won't go there. But yeah, terrible trade.
Yeah.
Then he goes to the Cardinals, plays really well on a bad team, and then at the deadline, just kind of casually snuck over to the Vikings. Everyone kind of thought, oh, it's nice. They'll have someone to start. They'll have someone to throw in there. Similar to how he was treated when he was at the Cardinals. So I'm going to throw in there, someone to kind of take snaps.
Warm.
And here he is now on the Vikings. Yes, they lost yesterday to the Broncos, also a surging team. But watching Dobbs play, you made a great comparison we were watching. You called him Jeff Garcia, and that's what he is. He's savvy, he's tough, he's a better athlete than you think, and he's extremely smart. Yeah. Which obviously we won't go into that. Yes, he's smart. That's been played out so much.
He's a scientist or whatever.
Let me read some stats here. Since arriving in Minnesota, he's passed for 4 touchdowns, just on 1 interception, 131 rushing yards, and 3 touchdowns. People don't really pay attention, but when he was traded to the Vikings, he was second among quarterbacks in rushing. Yeah. This guy's giving you a lot with his legs.
So that's 7 total touchdowns.
Yes. That's 2-1 now with Minnesota. Vikings are currently 6-5, 2 games back from the Lions. And they have a real shot here at the wild card.
They have a shot to win the division. They have 2 games against the Lions in the next 6 weeks.
Remaining schedule: the Bears, Raiders, Bengals, and then Lions, Packers, Lions. Which that's going to be wild at the end of the season. There.
Week 18, Lions, Vikings. Get your popcorn ready, folks. That's awesome.
Yeah. So Dobbs, the fact that there was a starting quarterback traded at the trade deadline
for nothing,
we all overlooked that, ourselves included. That's a big deal.
We liked it.
We liked it, but the fact that a playoff contender traded for a starting quarterback, that should have been bigger news.
Yeah, should have been a headline.
Yeah.
Obviously, Chase Young, Montez Sweat, kind of the sexy.
Chase Young looks incredible as well, but I'm just saying, a starting quarterback.
Yeah.
Like, it's a big deal.
Yeah, I obviously, the Broncos played the Vikings last night, so I had the whole family watching with me, obviously.
Right.
We kind of all saw, and we're all kind of like, put this guy in the playoffs, he's going to upset some teams, man. He just plays, he has nothing to lose.
It's gonna be fun.
I totally on board with you here. We got my bottom line. We were all wrong about Sean Payton. Okay, let me just flash you back. The Broncos started this year 0-3. If you were to go on ESPN or Fox or any kind of Bleacher Report or any kind of sports outlet, by week 4, you would see Sean Payton didn't work. Sean Payton, they paid a first round pick for 0-3. Sean Payton's not the guy. I was very harsh on him. I'll take the L here. I came on the show and I ranted against Sean Payton. Okay? Yeah. I was wrong. Yeah. The media was wrong.
Yeah, you were.
Podcasts were wrong.
I was wrong.
Because
now I thought he'd be fired by now.
Yeah. Everyone had them out. Yeah. Everybody.
Good.
Okay. And now they're on a 4-game win streak, and they are 5-5 in the wild card race. So Sean Payton's whole thing is he's a quarterback whisperer. He's an offensive guru.
Right.
Started off bad. Okay, so last year he came in to fix Russell Wilson. He kind of was forced to. Whatever. Last year Russell Wilson was 16 touchdowns, 11 picks on the season. This year, just this year, he's 19 touchdowns, 4 picks, throwing a career high 69%. Okay. And you watch a Bronco game, they're not fantastic on offense. But let me tell you what Sean Payton is doing for this offense. They're 6th in completion per game, 7th in rushing yards, 5th in turnover margin, and 2nd in takeaways given up. Yeah. Taking care of the ball and making easy throws. Yeah. Sean Payton said to Russell Wilson, if I'm going to be a good coach, I got to make this guy not be on him. It took a little while, but now you see the Sean Payton effect. This offense runs the ball, it's physical, and it does not give you any turnovers. We were just wrong about Sean Payton, and currently the Broncos now 5-5. They're tied at 5-5 with the Colts and the Bengals. I think we could both say they're better than the Colts and the Bengals, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And they're only 1 game out of the okay. And Buffalo is they have that tiebreaker over them. Buffalo holds the 8th seed now. Very plausible that the Broncos can go a little bit over 500 and make the freaking wild card after being 0-3, after getting 70 points dropped on them. We were just wrong about Sean Payton. He's just a good head coach.
Yeah.
And as a Bronco fan, I love to see it. It's awesome.
Yeah. What he's doing with Russell Wilson is why coaches stick around this league.
Yep.
If you can be a quarterback guy, you'll always have a job.
Yep.
Somewhere. Maybe not as a head coach, but as a coordinator, as a quarterback's coach, whatever it is. You look at Josh McCown, who was a high school football coach. Mm-hmm. But because he had this stigma of, he can work with quarterbacks, now he's in the NFL.
He's the Panthers staff.
The magic sauce that I'm seeing with Russell Wilson is that he is insanely boring to watch for most of the drive. until you need a little magic, just a little bit.
I said that like he's mad.
He's coming through.
He's boring until it's 2 minutes at the end of the game or at the end of the first half.
And you got to chalk it up to coaching. You have to. Like he has put him in that mindset where he is disciplined enough now. And you never thought you would talk about Russell Wilson as being undisciplined.
Yeah.
But I think coaches kind of just went too far with the let Russ cook thing.
Yep.
And just let him loose. And that's not he plays better as a disciplined game manager with just a little bit of magic we need him. When he was winning Super Bowls, that's who he was.
Also, Sean Payton's about to have Russell Wilson have career stats across the board.
Yeah.
He's on pace for a career stats literally in yards, touchdowns, and picks thrown.
Right.
It's
been incredible. He deserves a real shot there. He deserves several seasons there. And I want to see him with his guys.
You know what he was getting to? He was getting that thing like Drew Brees. If you have Drew Brees, then you're good, whatever. But we forget when he was in when he was with the Saints.
He hasn't sucked.
When he was with the Saints, he was okay with Winston. Yeah. He was okay with Taysom Hill, and now he's being okay with Russell Wilson. So at least he's not a terrible quarterback coach. He's a good quarterback coach.
Yeah. To me, he hasn't shook that until he wins something without.
No. But I'm saying like he's at least not terrible. Like there's some coordinators. I'll call out some.
What a low bar.
Nathaniel Hackett.
He's at least not terrible.
No. It's just like they were marking him as like you're only good because Drew Brees. No, he's just a good quarterback coach. That's just what he is. But he's also a head coach. It's not a knock towards him. It's just he was getting this thing where he's only good because of Drew Brees. No, he's just a good head coach. That's just what he is.
Yeah, I feel like that's the Bronco fan. You're a little sensitive.
He's not a good. He's
no, he is a good head coach. But I'm saying I don't think that was as big of a narrative as you're making it out to be.
I saw Broncos Twitter and Twitter in general, just dogging and saying, "Well, Sean Payton," and we were talking to. We all took the L's there. So, good for Sean Payton.
Yeah, your point is dead on. He's been really good. We ran him out a little, definitely too early. Mm-hmm. But I mean, they were pretty bad.
They were bad.
They were pretty bad.
It took a while.
I don't know how else you would have expected people to react to that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like it was really bad football. We're just calling it what it is.
Yeah.
Who could predict that they would now, 5 games in a row now? 4 games in a row. Like that's like no one saw that coming, and good for them. That's awesome. And if he keeps this up, or at least plays above 500 football for the rest of the year, he should be at least mentioned in the Coach of the Year conversations.
This is not part of this, but we need to have a serious convo about Coach of the Year. There are some fantastic candidates this year. We just talked about Sean Payton, Browns,
Stefanski,
Texans.
Yeah, Nick Sirianni.
Sure, Andy Reid.
Eagles.
Why not? No, there's some good ones out there.
Yeah,
so
there is.
There's some good coaching out there, some good defenses out there, and then some good comeback stories, and this is just one of them.
Yep. Let's get into that's a bottom line for this week.
Yeah.
Good time.
Mm-hmm. You're seeing like the full story finally unfold for teams.
I was gonna say I've learned a lot this year. That's what I was trying to say.
Yeah.
In following a team game by game, following all the teams game by game,
yeah.
and just how truly up and down and emotional journeys these teams are on. I can't imagine being on the team.
Also, it makes you appreciate the coaches who are just steady. The Andy Reids, the Siriannis, obviously, like coaches or teams who are just good all the time. You just appreciate that's hard. It's really hard to have a good team all the time,
right?
Because you're seeing the Bills at one point, top of the league. Now they're literally in the hunt for a wild card spot,
right?
So
that is Ball Don't Lie. Let's get into a Monday Night Football preview. Monday Night Football is in Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City.
Okay.
I'll be honest here. I just did I don't know why. I was convinced this game was in the link all day.
Football fan. That's the
was in Philadelphia. Yeah, I just thought they're coming to our house.
Yeah.
They're not. This game's going to be in Kansas City, and it's going to be cold, and it's going to be windy, and it's going to be classic fall football weather.
Oh, man.
And it's going to be a good time. It is the Philadelphia Eagles, the Kansas City Chiefs, facing off here, Super Bowl rematch, and it's going to be a good one.
It's going to be, just think about just setting up. Two of the best teams, probably the two best teams in the whole NFL. Primetime Monday night.
Yeah.
Joe Buck, Troy Aikman calling it. The world watching.
Yep.
The roster pretty much healthy on both sides, right?
Yeah.
It's going to be awesome.
Yeah, it's going to be a great game. It's the two best teams in their conferences, and I'll say this. Even after this game, these will still be the two best teams in their conferences.
Yeah,
That's
exactly right.
These are just the two best teams, like consensus across the board, and we get a little bit of a preview here of what it could be if they happen to link up again in the playoffs. But I thought it was interesting though. They're asking Jason and Travis Kelce on their podcast about is the Super Bowl rematch thing kind of played up too much, and both of them said yes. They both said, "Listen, we're not thinking about the Super Bowl rematch. We're thinking about the Chiefs."
That might be a little bit of
what's that?
Like trying not to make it. There definitely is. It definitely is.
No, there is. But I'm saying I think that might be more of a media fan thing than a player thing.
Maybe.
Yes, they're the team that we played in the championship last year. But I think to them, they're the Kansas City Chiefs on a schedule. They're a really good team. I think that's really more of the mindset for them going in.
I think, I don't know. Like, they'll use it as motivation for sure, though. Like Philly, 100%. Like, hey, they beat you in the Super Bowl, by the way. Just a little. But yeah, either way,
yeah.
I don't know if I believe them. I kind of don't believe them.
Yeah, I mean, I guess they just lied. I mean, both of them. I don't know why they would both lie about that. Like, I just feel like that was I thought that was insightful, not really. I'm not sure what you gained.
I'll tell you what though. You will hear that a lot today. Oh, Super Bowl rematch. Yeah, you will hear that a lot.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it is like the only thing people talk about when they talk about this game. Like, oh, Super Bowl rematch. Well, also the two best teams in the 2023 season. That's probably more important.
What?
Yes.
It's more important that they are the best teams in Week 11 than they beat them in the Super Bowl?
Yeah, because that's what matters right now. Like, what happened at the Super Bowl means nothing about today's game. I think that's what they're trying to say. Like, we are not – what matters is the team we're facing today. And it's not the same two teams.
I touched a nerve here. I'm sorry. I poked a nerve here. I poked the bear, and now he's
Well, I'm just trying to say you're in the media stream right now, and I'm trying to pull you out and see things clearly.
I'm being a guppy right now. I got to be big fish.
You got to see things clearly.
Got you.
You're being one of the pawns.
Yeah, there you go.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like you believe in flat Earth and stuff like that. I'm trying to pull you out that and go, look, this sucker's round. Everyone can see it, and you're being swindoozled.
Because it's your team playing tonight. I'm just let it roll. You're right. You're right.
Another interesting thing I learned is that Jason Kelce was saying, not to highlight their podcast, but Jason Kelce was saying that he has never beaten the Chiefs.
Really?
Since he's been an Eagle.
Really?
He's never beaten Andy Reid.
That's interesting.
Andy Reid has never lost to the Eagles.
That's got to be a thing.
That's crazy.
You forget Andy Reid was.
Yeah.
Kelsey's never beaten.
Jason Kelce's never beaten the Chiefs.
Never beaten. How many? Wait. How they played a lot?
I mean, how long has Jason Kelce been in the league?
No, because it's an NFC versus AFC team. You don't always see that.
Even they haven't played a lot. I mean, Jason Kelce's been in the league for over 10 years now.
Yeah. There's so many storylines here. So many cool things.
Another cool story I think I mentioned last show, but really cool, was that Andy Reid with a win could become the all-time winningest coach in Chiefs history, which would make him be the only one to hold that record in two different teams. Obviously, the other team is the Philadelphia Eagles.
I love Andy Reid.
So to get that record while beating the Eagles, that's just an Andy Reid magic thing.
I love Andy Reid, man. He's good for him if he does that tonight.
Yeah.
Or does it next week. Doesn't matter.
Okay, let's get into this game. Let's start with the Chiefs. Okay, Chiefs have the 8th-ranked offense in the NFL as far as yards, and they have the 4th-ranked defense. And that's how they've won games this year, is that they just are never bad on either side of the ball. They might have lulls on either side, but they're never just outright bad.
Yep.
They're just a good team all across the board, and this defense is right up there with anyone else.
Yeah, very good defense. Even after losing their middle linebacker, they're still good.
Yeah.
It keeps them in games because sometimes they get in a lull. They get too cute on offense sometimes. Defense keeps them in games, and the Chris Jones effect is very real. I'm much looking forward to Chris Jones versus O-line again. Very much so.
Chris Jones against the tush push. The brotherly shove.
Can't wait for that.
That's going to be a good one. I mean, a lot of numbers here for the Chiefs being good, and they just obviously are. I think the biggest thing that scares me as an Eagle fan, we'll talk about that, is that they, as far as a passing offense, they are the 4th best in the league. As far as a passing defense for the Eagles, they are, I want to get this right, they are 30th in the league.
There's 32 teams, so that's not very good.
That's not very good.
Yeah.
I want to say that right. Did I say that right? Yeah. not very good. That is something that scares me like crazy. They have given up a ton of yards through the air. Bradbury hasn't been the same. Slay's been solid, and then we've really missed a nickel back.
Yep.
And that's hurt a lot. And then we've been figuring things out in the backfield there in the defensive, the safety position.
Yeah.
So it's been really tough, and that's something I think needs to be exploited. But on the flip side here, if this Chiefs defense has a weakness, it's against the run game.
And Eagles are pretty good at running the ball.
Eagles very good running the ball, and that maybe is something that could, I don't know, be exploited. Anything you're looking at in this game?
I'm the whole game. I'm sounding like a football elitist. Well, I'm gonna watch that Eagles O-line versus that Chiefs D-line.
Yeah.
I just want to see, because that Chiefs D-line is always underrated, and the Eagles offense line is now healthy, right? Cam Jurgens is back there starting right guard. Yeah, I want to see Tush Push happen. I want to see it happen a lot. I want to see what the Chiefs can do. And Spags, the defensive coordinator for the Chiefs, a wily veteran.
Yeah,
He'll cook something up there. It's just a good game. Very rarely you get these games where it's like the two best teams in the league facing off in a Monday night primetime game. It's just love it.
Another matchup we should be watching here is newly acquired safety Kevin Byard and Travis Kelce. I didn't know this, but they apparently have some battles from when he was on the Titans.
Yeah.
And, of course, Kelce played for the Chiefs in the AFC there. They obviously faced each other a lot of times in the playoffs and during the regular season. And Travis Kelce spoke glowingly. Like, that guy can do everything. That guy's tough, and I've been in some dogfights with him. So that's very exciting to watch. I love to see an elite safety and elite tight end go at it. To me, that's just like such a fun matchup. So many variables there with size and speed and the connection Mahomes and Kelce have.
I'm sure Kelce has a lot of praise. He cooks up safeties pretty well, but it's always nice to see safety. Because Kelce's one of those guys who, like, sometimes you just can't cover him.
Yeah.
But if you have a guy like Byard who you traded for who can, you watch it. Because number one playmaker for the Chiefs is Kelce outside of Mahomes, obviously.
Right. So that's a Monday night preview. Should be a really good game tonight. Hope you're watching with a bunch of friends.
You obviously have to have Philadelphia.
I'm going with Philadelphia. You're going with the Chiefs.
Yep.
Before we go here, I have one more thing for you. If you would, before we let you go. And I want to tell you something. They're going to go in and they're going to win E-A-G-L-E.